Hey there. Hi, everybody. Morning and lovely to see you all. I can see there's some people that we haven't seen perhaps for a little while, so it's lovely to see you. Hi, Catherine. Hope you're doing well. Fiona, hope your hubby's having a good day today. Vel, I should say. I do beg your pardon. And Stella, yay! I hope you're doing all right too, Miss Limpalong. Right. Okay, so we have just two more YouTube stroke Facebook lives before Christmas, and then I'll be on to the 6 days of Christmas, which will be afterwards. I'll show you about that in a minute. We had such a fantastic response to my card kit for December, or a kit really, because it wasn't a card, was it, as such? The little basket last week, and that sold out like overnight. So I thought I would just put this very quick little card set kit for you together. So we have got a brand new die from Deco, also known as Find It. Haven't seen them for a little while, so that's what I thought we'd have a go with. This is called the Holly, oh blimey, now what is it called? The Aperture Holly Circle, something like that. Very, very pretty. And so I thought I'd throw in a free decoupage sheet for you, because decoupage does look really nice in this. In the kit, you also have a couple of card blanks and a nice Christmas selection of burgundy, because it picks up that colour beautifully, Christmas red, gold luster, silver mirror card, and a couple of card blanks there. You just need to add white card, because I kind of thought everyone would have white card. So you just need to add, not necessarily actually, you could just do it with what you've got, but you might want to add a little bit of white card, which is what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to make one card and then I'm going to show you a couple of others, because I took this little kit with me to my real class, my last real class of 2021, which was held yesterday. Had a lovely group of ladies beavering away with all sorts of things. So we had a super afternoon, and looking forward to more of those come January 2022. So without further ado, let us make a start on this little beauty. I'm going to pop that so that it doesn't get in my way. So first of all, I'm going to do this one slightly different. So let me just show you what you get. You get 3 dies. So this actually, as it says in the title, which I almost forgot, gives you an aperture. So it will cut out this circle as well. And if you can see, that gives it a really pretty little stitch effect around the outside of that aperture. Then you have got a couple of little circles which really look good when you're doing something like decoupage, but also equally makes a nice little sort of background if you wanted to put flowers. A poinsettia would look lovely in this. The sentiment you might want to pop into the centre, all sorts of different ways that you can actually use these. And again, gives you that lovely little stitch look on that outside, if you can see that as well. So it's a really pretty little die. So to start off with, I'm going to take the outer die and I'm going to cut that from one of my silver cards. Now bear in mind that this is going to really show my camera and everything because it's shiny. So I'm going to just very quickly take that into position so you can see me as well. I'm going to pop that in the centre and I'm going to run that through my machine without further ado. 1, so that you can see what it looks like, and 2, so that you don't get blinded by it, because we wouldn't want you to get blinded by it. Now, I'm going to pop this in, and I'm also going to pop it in and then turn it around, because I just want to make sure that it cuts all the bits and pieces out. I'm going to do some decoupage with it as well. So let me just run this through here. So yeah, we had a super afternoon with everybody yesterday. So really looking forward to doing a load more of those next year with everybody. And the online classes. And we've got John doing workshops, 4 workshops. John's going to be doing, so that's going to be great as well. So a super year to look forward to. Sorry you're not looking at anything. See my hand instead. Right. So let me just take that so you can see, apart from the fact that somehow there's some pink on it, and I picked that up from the machine. You can see how well that cuts. Yeah. See, that's from the back, and you can see that that cuts up those pieces beautifully. So I'm just going to peel off that. I will use that in a little while. So I'm just going to take off all these little bits, and just for a little bit of easiness, just rub over with my brush to get some of the worst bits out, because there are some little bits that need taking out. So that gets hopefully the worst of them off. So let's just poke through with these. So this sort of thing is ideal to just finish off those last little cards. We've all got some of them, haven't we? But it's such a pretty little one, and you could do an awful lot more with this die as well. So let me tell you, whilst I'm just fiddling with this, about the 6 days of Christmas. So we had the 12 days of Christmas in November, and it went really well, and everybody was really sort of into it and everything. And so I thought, what about, let's have a go at doing the 6 days of Christmas. Now, the 6 days of Christmas are going to start on Boxing Day. So Boxing Day morning at 11 o'clock. Just checking whether I've got all the bits out. I think I have, actually. Oh, there's one. And it's going to be a pre-recorded thing, so you can watch it at any time. And basically, what it's going to be about is just more of a sort of information thing. So you're going to have things like information on glues, information on inks, on stamping, tips and things like that. So not sort of, you know, just hopefully the sort of thing that you will have got for your Christmas present. Now you want to know how to use it, or tips and hints and things like that. So that's what we're going for. So I've cut out my background there, and now if I hold it against a card, you can see it in all its glory, that it's got some very pretty little corners of the holly here. It's a pretty little die, isn't it? So before I do anything else, I'm just going to cut the backgrounds. Now, this is a slightly bigger card than the one that you're going to get, because I fancy doing something a bit different, but I will show you the ones in just a second. So I've got myself some silver card here. So that's going to be my first layer. This is a 7x7 card. And I'm going to cut out a piece of here that is, hold on, I need to do that in my other one, for this one anyway. 16.5 by 16.5. I'm going to do the other way around. I want to use burgundy as well, so I'm going to make the bigger one 16.5. So that's my first layer, 16.5 by 16.5. And I need that little scrap. So that's my first layer. Then I'm going to go with my 16 layer. So this one is going to be 16 by 16. And then I'm going to go with a white layer at 15.5 by 15.5. So that goes there. And a 15.5. Whoops, by 15.5. So as I said, you will get everything in the kit apart from white card, because I kind of reckoned that everybody had some white card. So these are all my layers. They're going on my card. So I'm going to start off with my burgundy. Just check it's around the right way. Want the hinge at the top for this one. Oh. And is it going to? No. And have I lost the pin? Yes. Let me grab another pin. Oh, grabbed a pin and then flicked it out. That's no good, is it? Goodness me. Can't grab hold of them. Right. You'll be pleased to hear. Got hold of them at long last. So, oh, look at that big one. Do you know, I was using that a little while ago. Just goes to show how quickly it goes, doesn't it? Right. Now, let's put this around the edge. And then straight down onto my card blank, leaving that little white border all the way around. Then I'm going to go down with my silver layer. So this could be your silver mirror that you've got in the pack, or I've actually chosen a piece of silver linen card because I thought that looked rather yum. So that's gone there. And then my piece of white card in the centre. Like so. So again, so that gives that little border all the way around. Okay. Then I'm going to get my piece here and I want it to go that way round. But before I pop it on, I'm just going to take my little slither that I said I needed with a tiny little punch. Now, I could cut it out. I could just cut it out from the back one, but I happen to have this little punch and I thought, oh, do you know what? I think this might work. So just going to cut half a dozen little circles. It is a 3/8 of an inch, which just about does. I'm going to turn this over. So I'm now on the back of it. And you will hopefully see that there are some areas here which are berries. So there are one on each corner and then a little tiny one here and here and here. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue around the outside and just pop that little bit of burgundy in the centre there. So I'm not putting glue onto my actual dots. I'm just, or circles I should say. I'm just putting it on there so that I cover them. Okay, then I'm going to grab myself a pair of, oh crikey Moses, a pair of scissors, and I'm just going to cut them in half. You'll be pleased to hear that I will be having some more of these scissors in next week. I think you ate them all when I said I had some. I did have lots. They are good though. And then I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue onto the areas here, which are for the berries, the tiny ones, and just pop that in there. It looks funny from this side, but from the other side, it looks quite nice. And we're not going to look at this side, so it doesn't matter whether it looks funny or not, really, does it? So just put those all down, and then when we turn that over and pop that against there, apart from a bit of glue seeping out, you can hopefully see that you've got that little bit of red poking out there, which looks quite nice, I think. So this is going to be the orientation of my frame, and I'm going to pop a little bit of foam on the back. Obviously it can't be everywhere because you've got sort of a a lacy, if you could call it that, but I can put it in some places, and I think it's probably best to chop that. Obviously your foam may well be different. I'm going to just pop that because I want to make sure that it cannot be seen from the other side. So just pop that there, and then hopefully I can also get another couple of little pieces here and here. You could put it straight down. I'll show you one in a minute where I've just stuck it straight down, and that looks nice as well. So again, lots of different options with this one. And that's the beauty of any of these dies, really. As we've said so many times before, if you've got lots of options, then it's worthwhile, isn't it? So I'm just going to see if that fits in there, which it does just about. Just another couple of little bits on these corners here. So I know it looks a bit fiddly, but I quite liked, but I'll show you, as I say, one without foam and this one with, and then I've got another one that's with as well. So popped all those little bits on there. Now I've got to take the backings off, and then I will just pop a little bit of glue onto those pieces so that I can be a bit more sure that it's going to stay stuck. Okay, so just a little dab of glue there and there. And let's pop that into our card. Just check again that I've got the card around the right way. And then just pop that edge to edge onto my card base. And you can see, hopefully, that that has got that sort of, it sits up. Oh, can you see that just about? Yeah, can there. So that just sits a little bit more. So I'm going to take my scrap, my bit that was left over, and from that I'm going to use my larger one of the circles and just cut a piece out of that. But at the same time, because it will all fit in my machine, I'm then going to cut a white piece. Do you know what? I'm going to actually cut this piece because I don't know whether I want it silver or white. And if I cut it from both, thinking that it's going to be white, so I'll put it round there and we'll see. We'll see which I fancy when it comes out. I'm going to put both of those on my machine and just trim those through. Just pop that through. So this one's going to give that nice little edge to it, which I think will look quite good. You can see that that's got that lovely little trim to it. Hopefully you can. And then this one, because I think white is probably best. That one can go in the centre, or I could say, no, I'm going to have my silver one and do it around there like that. I don't know now. Don't know. We'll think about that one. We'll put that one to one side. We know we're going to put this one on, so we can put that one down first. And let's just do a decoupage, and then we can see which we think is the better one, because I can't quite decide. So on your pack, you have 3 different ones, all the same sort of theme with the bells. So you've got bells here, here, and a little one here. I think I'll do this one. You have got 4 sections to it already cut out, and you simply push them out and then decoupage them up. They've got all the numbers on, so you know which goes where. If you're not into decoupage, you could just take the very first picture. So say, for example, that one, and you could just have that. But if you are into decoupage, you would like to be into decoupage, I just keep it very simple. I take my bone folder and I just do a little bit of folding so that there's a bit more of a dimension to it. And I do that with all my pieces. So I'm just taking my folder from the center, more or less, and just curling the paper around the bone folder, just to give it a little bit of depth. And then finally this one. You can put them together with foam, but I'm going to be using pin flare, so that's my choice. I prefer it. Now let's decide. Or should we do that in a second? No, let's do that in a second. Oh, I don't know. I can't decide. So we could have that little one absolutely straight on, which looks quite good. We could have that white one which looks good. We could turn that one over and have the silver side. So what do we think? Silver? Jeanette says silver. What do you think? Should we have it just plain? I think not plain, actually. Silver or white? I think most people are saying silver, actually. So I'll go with silver then. Consensus of opinion. I'll go with silver. So I'm going to put that straight down. You'll see one in a minute with white. So then you can have both, had the best of both worlds, can't you? So the main image, I'm just going to stick straight down. That's going to be straight on to the top of my silver card. And just make sure that I've got it in the way that it should be, which is kind of about like that with my little bows over the side. And then I'm going to pop some pin flare. Now, unfortunately, long ago have I lost all the bits and pieces that go with my pin flare. So I'm just going to squeeze some lumps, basically. So professional, eh? So squeeze some lumps of pin flare onto the back. I like the silicone glue because it has got more more dimension, more give to it. So that's why I prefer it. So that's my first layer. Another dollop onto the back of this. And that goes there, and it keeps moving about. And then finally, this one with just another couple of dollops. I'm sure there's a more professional name for it, let alone using it like this. So I do apologise for those people that are real decoupagists. Is that such a word? Decoupagist? Probably not. But hey ho. So now, I have to say, I'm going to have to, I just want to put some bits and pieces on there. So you'll have to bear with me. Because now I've done that, I think to myself, I think that needs a couple of little bits of holly on there. I'm not sure if this is going to work. So let me cut it out and then you can see whether it works or not. Hold on. I can only cut 2 out at a time. So I'll cut 2 out and then you tell me if you think it works. Just cut that out. It would make a nice winter wedding card. Blah. Talking of winter weddings, not that I've got a winter wedding, but I've got a very special date after our meeting today. I'm going to look at wedding dresses. Yeah, wedding dress. Very excited. So I'm going with the bride and her mum to look at wedding dresses. What do you think? Think that looks all right up there? I'm going to cut another couple because I think it does, but I have to wait until you decide, till you think it does as well, because I wouldn't want to put it on there and you didn't like it. Yeah, you like it. I think it just because of the holly there. I was going to put one of the snowflake corners on, but then I thought these little holly. So these are from the holly die. I don't know where they're from actually. No, the holly die. Where, funnily enough, I'm going to be using that on Wednesday. So Wednesday is going to be my last live of the year. My goodness me, drum roll please. And I've had quite a few people, funnily enough, just recently asking about putting lights in a card. And so I thought, well, do you know what then? Let's do that. So on Wednesday, our live is mapped out because I will be doing a special little card and I will be putting some Christmas lights in there for you. So you can see how I put my Christmas lights in. It might not be the same as everyone else, but that's what I'm going to do for you on Wednesday. And then we've got one day special Boxing Day evening. About 11 o'clock, we start our 6 days of Christmas on Boxing Day, pre-recorded so you can watch them at any time. And they are sort of like an essential guide, I think you could call them. Well, we hope they are anyway. Right. Okay, I'm happy with that. So let me show you the other versions as well. Hold on, I will put that bit of stuff back in there. Let me just clear the decks, put them back where they're supposed to be put back. Otherwise, you know what it's like. You then go to find it and you can't, can you? So let's clear all the deck and let me show you the other couple of samples that we did for the class. So that's our silver version then with our burgundy card, of which you get. You also get, that way round, the gold card, the gold luster card you actually get rather than mirror, because I thought that was a bit too much, but very, very similar idea. And this one is done on a 6x6 card. So you can see there that I did the white instead of the silver. Bring that one back in again so you could see it's a little bit different, isn't it? So that's the other one like that. And again, I've popped some berries colours behind there, and I've also popped that on foam. But this one is done the other way round. So this is with the same decoupage done on the white. I think you're right, you know. I think that on silver does look quite nice. But this one is the green. So this is the green that you get with your kit. You've got the burgundy and the green. That shows up much more, I think, with the berries, but exactly the same idea. And then this is all completely flat, obviously, apart from the decoupage. But this part, I haven't put foam on it at all. This just lays completely flat. So 3 different versions, all of which are achievable by your lovely selves at home. So just a little cheeky last kit, pop that in so that you don't have to think about it really. You know you've got the card, you know you've got the card blanks, you know you've got the decoupage, everything, all for under a tenner. Cannot be bad. So as I said, I will be back on Wednesday this week, which is who knows what day. Shall we have a look to see what day it really is? Oh, crikey, knocked everything over. It is the 15th. So Wednesday, the 15th of December will be our last live session for the year. So I do hope you have a chance to join me. Even if it isn't live, it will be great to know that you are going to be there. Oh, yeah, we put them there like that for you. We might even have a guest appearance because I have a new member of the family, which I have told some people about, a very tiny member of the family. So we may even have a guest appearance from him. I will be doing a card with lights. So we're going to light it all up from then on in. But if I don't get a chance to see you before then, do have a lovely Christmas. I know some people can only watch on that day. So do have a lovely Christmas. Keep well and safe. And as always, thank you so much for watching and for all your support, not just today, but all over the year. So that's really brilliant. So thank you so much. And onwards and upwards, I say, to 2022 and all the wonderful things that we're going to be able to show you then as well. So take care till then. Thank you so much. I'm off for wedding dresses and I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday. Thanks again. Take care. Bye-bye.